performance.
That's
check.
right.
Well, Lance, we really do appreciate you.
I'm
coming
glad
out.
to be here. Thank you for having me.
I've had the chance to listen to your tunes for a little bit, so
Well, good deal.
I'm looking forward to hearing them again and sharing them with all my friends. And
Well, thank you, sir.
it's just me talking to myself. But hey, that's the way it usually goes. You have never had the 501 blues.
I have not, but I love some Merle Haggard.
I do too.
I love some Merle Haggard.
Well, speaking, normally what I do here is all
And you didn't guess me yet.
producers.
Yes.
You got the bike that Richard Dawson style now. You got it.
Matt is trying to get a good level on us.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I was telling you what I normally do is a classic country show, and we play the older artists, and but every now and then somebody comes along that I think really deserves to be.
Well, thank you.
I
Appreciate it.
one of those.
Appreciate it. I love the classic country. Love it.
I was going to ask you, well,
I love it.
Who, do you have any favorites? You were
Oh,
talking about
ton of
Conway
them.
earlier.
Keith Whitley, John Conley, Earl Thomas Conley, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Mel McDaniel. I really am a big fan of Mel McDaniel, by the way.
Oh, cool.
And tons of them. As I listened to all those, coming up with my dad, and I remember 8-track player in his truck. And then I got brothers that are 14 years older than me. And it was all the hair bands with them, So I got a mixture of them both, but classic country is what I always love anyway,
Cool. Well, I definitely could tell that in your material.
I love it. And I love story songs, and I hate it that the, more mainstream music's not, geared toward that, So.
Funny you should bring that up. Me and some of my friends were. Have you seen the thing where they have the somebody's gone through and taken the 6
Music Mash.
Yeah. And it's like we're sitting there listening to that, going, "Holy crap!
Yep.
It is all the same thing."
It is. It is. I mean, I just don't know. To me, if I could get out and have my choice of we play a lot of clubs and bars and all that. And if if you could go out and say, okay, you got this many shows and you can play whatever music you want to play.
Right.
I'd play nothing. I'd play 90s music back.
There you go.
Country. That's what I do.
There you go. I like.
But that's just me, though.
Well, I don't know.
That's just me.
You can't be with that.
Nothing wrong with some of the new stuff I do like. Now, don't get me wrong. I do
Right.
like some of the new
No,
stuff.
I don't want to bash everything that's
No,
new.
no.
We're here at the radio station. We're
Right.
going to be playing
Right.
some newer stuff at night.
Everything evolves in time. Everything it always has.
Well, I think it's all a big cycle.
It is.
We are just about to kick the cycle back to the story songs
Right.
and the good stuff.
Well, that's the stuff I love, so I'd be happy with that.
Cool. Yep,
yeah.
I hear you. Me too.
Me, I would love it.
Well, hopefully that's Nashville. Are you listening to us? Come on, bud.
People still do want to hear it, though.
They do.
Even the younger crowd, though. Like we play a lot of shows with a lot of younger crowds, and they love all the nitty gritty dirt band stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And
Vision in the Dark.
they
is
know
still one
all
the
of
most
them.
requested
They know all
tunes
those
ever.
songs. The Conway Twitty stuff.
Yeah.
And any of the sing along oldies.
Exactly.
And it surprises you how they actually know the words to those songs.
Well, they grew up just like you with their parents, listening to whatever their parents were listening to. And most of their parents were listening to what is now classic country.
Yeah.
So, I had an argument with the programmer at a station up the road that told me, he says, "Oh, young folks don't want to hear that old stuff."
You would probably be surprised.
Oh, I told him, I said, watch me and see.
You'd be surprised.
And every now and then I would be playing all the new current stuff, and then I'd throw a Conway and Loretta at them. Phones would start up. Man, haven't heard that in years.
That's
Play that
right.
again. We need to hear more of that.
That's right.
And then I'd ask them, it's like, well, thanks for calling in. How old are you? 17, 18, 19.
Well, it's just something that I think a lot of stuff that's why I like story songs or ballads or whatever, because it's stuff you can relate to in your life.
Exactly.
I think that's what people are missing out on.
Yep.
I think it is just truthful.
I agree. It's if music doesn't move you in some shape, form, or fashion,
That's what it's about.
there's something wrong with the music you're listening to.
Exactly. You know, exactly.
Good stuff. Well, you know, what do you say? Let's speaking of good stuff, I love Dolly Parton.
I do too.
Dolly's,
I love old Dolly.
Dolly's my woman.
Dolly doll.
Well, she's going to do one for us that she recorded on this date back in, I think it was 83, maybe 84. Here's a little Heartbreak Express from Miss Dolly. Right now, we've got Lance Stinson in the studio with me.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going, Lance?
It's doing great. It's great to be here with y'all guys.
Oh, you know, we're tickled to death that you're out here. Like I said,
we're tickled, yeah.
I've had the chance to listen to your songs for a little bit here, and man, you got some good stuff.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate
good
it.
stuff.
You know, a lot of that, you know, I know everybody gives me credit for it because, yeah, we sang on it. But now there's been a lot of great writers that wrote a lot of the music, you know, and I've worked with on a lot of the stuff we're doing, and they're fantastic. You know what I mean? Fantastic guys. So.
Cool. Well, now the first one I think I'm going to play one off the disc, so to speak.
Okay.
And then we'll get you. And you got Chad here with you.
Oh, Chad again, everybody.
And,
kind of a local boy.
Yeah, that's right. We were just talking about that before.
Grew up here back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. Just a little. Yeah. Talking about the Blue Rodeo.
That's right.
The good old days.
On the south side.
I'm telling you. But the first one I'm going to spin Whiskey first for everybody.
Good deal.
Tell us a little bit about how you got.
This song was written by a couple good friends of mine, Rick Tiger and Mindy Campbell, which, you know, if you don't know, Mindy Campbell's Craig Campbell's wife.
Yeah.
And which he's from down where I'm from, and you know, we'd made friends years ago, and it was just a song. I actually went in to sing the demo for him.
Right.
On the song, and I just fell in love with the song, and I thought, hey, let's give it a shot. You know, it's not, you know, it's not exactly per se what they're playing on mainstream radio, but it's a song I can relate to. You know, so that's the kind of stuff I like to sing. You know,
there you go.
So and I think a lot of people can relate to it. You know, out of this song is. It tells a great story.
It does, and you know that's like we were saying earlier. If it doesn't move you and phase you in some way,
we ain't doing our job.
No, need to work a little harder.
Well, thank you for playing it.
My pleasure. Everybody, here's Lance Stinson and Whiskey on WYYZ Jasper. Boy, I like that one right there. Whiskey.
Yeah, let it run out on me.
I'm telling you.
I know I've been there. I don't know if you ever have, but I've been there.
Oh, believe me, I've been there.
It's one of those good old heartbreak songs, you know, kind of thing. But
I lived in Nashville for 13 years, Lance. Yeah, I've been there.
You know all about it then, huh?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, now, you know, you'd mentioned a little bit about Craig Campbell being where you're from.
He's from Vidalia, Georgia, yeah.
Vidalia,
it's about 28 miles from where I live at. I live in Wheeler County, which is, you know, it's not that far. Cool. But we made friends. We actually swapped musicians back and forth. If I need one, I'd call him. If I need, you know, vice versa. And that's how we met. And I met him probably in 97, I think is when it was, 96, 97.
Wow.
And he was playing with a band called Out of the Blue, yeah.
Cool.
And that's where I met him at. And we've been friends ever since. And I'm glad he is doing well.
Oh, me too.
He just signed a new deal, and I think it's going to work out real good for him.
Yeah,
I think it is. A great singer, a great guy.
Craig's definitely one of the good
guys. Great guy. He is. Very, very good guy. Good family man, too.
Well, then, you know, we were talking a little bit about sort of your influences, and you got a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah. From all the classic country, Mel McDaniel, Merle Haggard, you know, all down to George Strait and Garth Brooks. I mean, just right on down the line. Yeah. Waylon Jennings, all the old ones. I loved them all because my dad. That's what I listened to growing up in my dad's truck.
Right.
And then my brothers that are 14 years older than me, we'd ride to school and it's hair bands. You know what I mean? Back in the day, so it was kind of like a little mix, and that's kind of what my idea was, is because I love the classic country thing, and we kind of like give it a little mix with the, you know, a little bit of rock with the country kind of thing. I call it kicking your teeth country. That's what I call it. So you know, put a little drive in it. That's
most definitely. You know. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. We kind of like that here.
That's our idea. It's copyrighted too, by the
way. So everybody listening out there. Everybody that's listening out there, you cannot steal that, right?
Hey, no, it wouldn't make me mad.
Well, you know, as long as they give you credit.
That's right. Just put my name on there. Right. Just put my name on it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, let's play another one.
All right, play another one.
What about Tell Lights and Dust?
Play
Tell
it
me about this one.
Tell you. Well, if you ever heard, I'm sure you've heard of the little band called I should tell you the wrong band. anyway, Dean Sams is from Lone Star. And he wrote this song, and the guy that was producing this new record for me, his name's Tom Drennan, which is another Georgia boy that moved to Nashville years ago, and he plays for Darryl Worley, plays drums for him.
Okay.
And he's been producing my stuff, and we wrote a little bit, and we were looking for a more kind of country, upbeat kind of tune, because we were, I guess because I like it so much, we were just getting hung up. I mean, we wrote songs and songs and songs, and they're all kind of love song ballads or teared my beer kind of thing, and we were needing a more upbeat, kind of partying song.
Yeah.
And him and Dean are buddies, and he's like, we're looking for this and that. He goes, how about this one? And I heard it, and I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. And that's how we did it.
Cool.
So thanks, Dean. Appreciate it.
I tell you what, we're going to turn it loose for all the WYYZ listeners to enjoy. Here it is. It's Taillights and Dust from Lance Stinson on WYYZ. Little tail lights and dust.
That's right. Kicking it up.
That'll get you going on a Friday afternoon.
That's right. That's what it's all about. Punching that clock.
Most definitely. Yeah. Well, now, what's going on with you currently? I know you're out doing the
we're out doing our thing,
and
we're doing trying to get this album finished. It's been a work in progress. It's went from being my baby to my triplets. And it's pretty much kind of on me though, because I wanted to write a lot more for this album than my first album, and so it's taken a little bit longer to actually get that together. I mean, we've wrote some songs that are great songs, and I guess I'm being a little nitpicky,
Well, I mean, you kind of have to. If
the problem, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just want, if I put a whole album out, I want people to want to buy the whole album, and not just go to iTunes and say, well, I just want that one and that one. But I feel like if all the songs are as good as your hit, I think people will buy them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the whole mindset I have at it.
Well, I'm pretty old school. I have friends that are like, oh man, I'm gonna go download this, and I'm like, I don't do no download.
I love to go buy my record. That's
I want to have the liner notes. I want to know who wrote it, who produced it, who's played drums.
Right. I like it for the artwork too. Like I'll go out and buy, like when Craig's new album come out, I went and bought it and posted it on Facebook, and he got a giggle out of it. But I like to go buy that because I like to look and see what you're talking about, who wrote them, and and who played on the record and everything.
And and you can get that stuff online, but it's not the same.
Not the same. I still like to walk in and buy mine too.
There you go.
I miss those old days.
Oh, me too. I started to say
the only way you get one, you just had to go to the record shop and get one.
I know, and that's and while you were in there, then you'd be like, oh, well, this is different. I've never heard of this. Who's that? Tell me something about this. And then the little person from the record shop would come out. And, oh yeah, you're gonna like this.
Right.
And then go up, play you a little bit in the store. And
right.
I miss those days. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's where all those concert tickets came from.
Right. The internet has took it over.
It has. Maybe we need
it's good in ways too, though. It's good in ways, and
sorry, somebody's phoning
telephone.
me.
Please pick
these
up.
People. Well, you'd mentioned your first album. There was a track on there that I really, really liked. It was hoping maybe you might do it live.
I'd be glad to do it for you. I
Cool.
would. You ready?
I am. If you guys are.
You ready, Chad? All right. You ready?
Ooh, I just love that tune.
I'm glad you do. It's one of my favorites too, man.
Thanks, Lance.
I love
that's real good.
Because that song reminds me of so many things back when I was a kid. You know what I mean? How times were.
Yep.
And a lot of people that are fans of ours can relate to it. They love that song just as much as we do.
Yeah. Good
so
stuff.
there's still people that love that kind of stuff out there.
Thank goodness.
Still are. Yeah,
Otherwise, boy, am I in trouble.
Ain't that the truth? 'Cause this is just how I sing.
And I tell you what, you keep a singing them, I'll keep a playing them. Okay?
I'll keep doing it, buddy. I'll promise you that. If you'll play them, I'll send them.
Well, I tell you what, you hang out with me for a little bit more. I'm going to pay some bills, and I think it may be time to hold my beer.
All right, we can do that too.
Cool. Everybody stick around. We got a lot more with Lance Stinson right here on WYYZ Jasper. Music for you from Mr. Lance Stinson. Good stuff from him. That's called Hold My Beer. And right now the guys are figuring out which song they're going to do live for
Well, thank you for playing that one, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that song was my kickstart for my career probably 7 or 8, almost 8 years ago.
Wow.
Wasn't for that song, you may have not ever been sitting in your chair. and it wasn't nothing mainstream, but like back home, within probably a 300-mile radius from Savannah to, it actually got me signed to a deal with Average Joe's back in the day, and got me touring with all Randy Houser and Lee Bryce and Colt Ford, Brantley Gilbert and Luke Bryan. I mean, tons of different. It got me on a lot of good shows.
Yeah.
By cutting that song, and actually, like we were talking about, it was written by Luke Bryan and Galen Griffin. But I just love the song. It's just a good old
It's a fun tune.
Country song.
It's a fun tune.
I mean, take the beer out. How many times have you ever heard that? Hold this and watch this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Hold this and I'll show you how to do that. It goes around always. Yeah.
And usually it's
Something bad's about to happen.
Yeah, it's like when you get to watch this or hold this.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
But thank you for playing that, man. I do appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for having it for me to play.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I sent you some more. I thought they might have sent you more than that.
No,
They were holding back on you, wasn't they?
They were.
Yeah, I'll have to make sure you get some more before I leave.
Thank you.
I got a copy of it in my guitar case.
You've been songwriting for a while.
I've been doing some writing, for a few years. Yeah.
I've been whenever your name first came up to me, it's like, man, this is the first time that we've actually met, but I swear I know your name from somewhere, and
Man,
I can't.
I've played every honky tonk and dive in the state of Georgia.
That's how you know his name, Jim.
I started our first band in high school. I just happened to go to school with some guys that played musicians.
Yeah.
And we were all so we started a little band there at school. There was 4 of us, and
Right.
the only one old enough to drive was a drummer, and we were playing clubs. And I've been doing it ever since. So there's not many places that I have not played.
Cool.
In the state of Georgia.
Well, that must be. I must have seen you out somewhere.
My name has been on many a poster. Just not a wanted poster yet.
Yeah, post office.
Just not a wanted one.
Yeah, that's good. Try and not do that, okay?
Heck, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I won't, my friend. You can believe that. You can believe that.
Definitely.
Because Mama won't have that. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I can handle going to jail, but I just won't handle repercussions when I get home.
That would not be good.
I'd be like, y'all just keep me. Just keep me.
Yeah, I'll just stay right here. Well, what have y'all made your mind up on what?
We're gonna play one for you that we haven't recorded yet, but I'd like to get your input on it. I mean, you can. If you don't like it, just be straight honest with me.
Oh Lord,
all right?
yeah, that's.
I'm looking for honesty. We're finna showcase one with you today.
Oh, you'll get honesty. That's.
And that's the first, and actually be the first DJ to actually me to play it for him in the studio. So.
Well, thank you. I'm quite honored with that.
We haven't never played this in the studio at the radio. So
Cool.
I hope you like it.
Well, what's the name of it?
This is a song called "I Can't Afford to Love You."
Like a title.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all cut loose.
I'm ready.
Good stuff.
First time, man. First time. Right in the house with you. I'm glad you like it. Thank you for letting us play it.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting us play it.
You definitely need to.
I told you we're going to get a little more modern sounding, too. But it's still got a story to it, though.
It does.
It's still got a story to it. And it's one there's a few lines in there you probably heard a few times, but you ain't heard that story actually said that way a million times.
No. And you're not talking about your pickup truck.
Yeah. Other than she climbed up in it and turned it up.
Well, yeah. But, hey.
Well, that's what Tell Lights and Dust, when we first, put it out, and we had, got out and tested it a little bit, and they were like, another Georgia boy about a song about a truck. And that's right when Kip Moore had, something about a truck. And, the truck thing had been kind of wore out from the Georgia boys at the time.
No,
but we still got some good play with it, and it did it did real well, and we were happy with it. So
Good
we were
stuff.
happy with it. Being independent, it's a hard road to hoe.
It is.
It's a hard road to hoe.
I understand completely.
It is. But it actually, we're enjoying it, and we're doing well.
Good.
We're doing well. We just hope it's going to keep climbing. That's all we ask for.
Hey, I will definitely do my part to do what I can to keep it
and,
going.
and I like to give a shout out to all the fans that support us for all these years, and y'all keep it on, because without y'all, we'd be working at 7-Eleven or somewhere. You know what I mean? We'd be
Got
digging
that
ditches.
I'd be going, you want fries with that?
That's right. Thank y'all for giving us the coolest job in the world. We appreciate it.
Well, you know,
Thank you.
Lance, thanks so much, and Chad, you too, for coming on up
Thank
here.
y'all
We,
for having us, Jim.
We
do
had
appreciate it.
a great visit with
Oh,
you.
it's been fun.
Anytime you
Been
want to come
fun.
back, you just let me
Hey,
know.
I will now. You might want to call my friend Cole Younger back in Georgia and ask him, because I'll take you up on that now.
I know Cole. Cole's a
Cole,
good
he was the
friend of mine.
first guy to ever play my music on radio.
Oh, you're kidding.
Very first guy. And he went to bat for me on What to Hold My Beer when it first come out. And he played it for me, and he
Maybe
gave me my
that's-
kickstart. Yeah.
Maybe that's where I've heard your name.
Maybe, because I've known him for a long time, and he finally stood up and got his director to let him put it in the rotation, and he still plays it today.
Oh, good.
Country Never
Cole's
Goes
a
Out of
good
Style.
guy.
They still play that every
Cole's a
day.
good guy.
He's a real nice guy,
Yeah.
super nice guy, real good friend of mine. And I'm proud to have him as a friend.
Well, now you're going to have to keep us posted when you
I will.
get your album and everything
I will.
ready.
We'll definitely come back and see you again.
Now,
That's for sure.
do you have anything that's available now?
That you can
they
actually
get you?
download. Tell Lights and Dust is available on iTunes. You can go
Okay.
there and get it. You can actually get it off our website. You can get it off Reverb Nation. So whichever way you want to go. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We'd
Yeah.
love to talk with you.
Yeah, and it's
Come on out.
it's really you. Whenever
It
people
is me.
message you on
That's
that.
right. Send me a Facebook message.
There you go.
And don't get upset if I don't respond right back, because I'm a little slow sometimes. But I will send you a message back. I love talking to the fans, because, like I said, without them, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. None
That's
of
for
us
sure.
would be here.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's
Well,
right.
cool. Well, now you have an open invitation. You just come on back anytime.
I will do it. If you're down my way, you let me know too.
I'll do it.
All right. If you say show we play, just come on out. We'll take care of you.
Cool.